Hello, everyone, and welcome to Reading Two Sentence Horror Stories. This is probably honestly going to get posted after Halloween, but it's a spooky video at least. We're trying our best.
It's always spooky season.
Spooky turkeys.
We're going to read two sentence horror stories, 3 per person, and we'll vote on who told the spookiest stories for the infamous spooky season. They're called two sentence horror stories, but sometimes they're more than 2 sentences.
Obviously, more than 2 sentences.
It's just kind of like an umbrella term for
like
sentences
short
that are
stories?
really short, but also kind of spooky.
Okay. People will start quaking in their boots.
Shiver me timbers.
See, I have.
All right, Deucey, you're up first. Soapy's up second, and I'm up third. That's the roster, and we'll do 3 stories each.
It's like way longer than 2 sentences, though.
That's all right.
Okay. All right, so, once upon a time in what we call the modern day, there was this couple and a girl, very stereotypical. They had one. It was very, very. All of a sudden, the tire on the so they stopped on the side of the road, and the boyfriend said to her, "Hey, I'm gonna go check on the tire. You don't get out of the car. I'll be right back." He leaves the car, he locks the doors, and he goes to check on the tires. A few moments pass, he's still not back, thinking, oh, well, he's just having some trouble fixing it. The girl decides to just wait and wait. It seems like minutes have passed at this point, maybe even half an hour. He's still not back yet. The girl contemplates leaving the car to check on him, but she remembers that he said she shouldn't leave, so she continues to wait. Suddenly, she starts to hear this light scraping sound on the side of the car. And suddenly, the scraping sound is on the roof, almost directly above her. Thoroughly scared and very unnerved, she curls up on the seat of the passenger seat and tries to fall asleep. The boyfriend hasn't been back yet, and trying to stay logical, she thinks to herself, maybe he decided to go to town without telling her. Maybe he decided to go and try getting a spare tire. Morning comes, and she wakes up to the exact same sound scraping on the roof of the car. Deciding that she can't take any more of it, she leaves the car and she looks above. Seeing her boyfriend dangling from one foot from a tree, his fingernails scraping against the roof of the car slowly. And that's basically it. It sucks, but
Please.
it's something. You're like, oh, you're dating, and then one day a tire pops on the side of the road. It's like, well, we're dead. Stopping in the middle of the woods. Oh, geez, and we're teenagers too.
Oh no.
Oh no.
A stereotypical teenager couple. We're not gonna get slashed.
We're not gonna get slashed in the middle of the woods. Okay.
All right, Sophie, you got one?
Yeah, mine's only 2 sentences.
That's fine.
Actually, is really short.
Length doesn't matter here.
I feel like longer stories are scarier.
Don't take that the wrong way.
Then I'm like, it's okay. My 4-year-old said he wished that people didn't have to knock. I told him about doorbells, and he asked me to install one on his window. That's it. Oh, that's it.
It's a kid asking for a doorbell?
On his window.
Oh!
Because he wished people didn't have to knock.
That story, is that a child?
Oh, it's a child. It was like, oh, so the boogeyman likes to look at me while I sleep. He keeps asking to come in.
Give him a doorbell.
A doorbell
you
on
make
the
them
window.
not scared.
Like, I didn't get it at first until you repeated, like, oh, it was the window. I'm like, oh, Kukui's coming for that kid.
The government wants your location. I'm debating on which one of mine to read. Okay. I have one. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
After getting home tired, it's been a long day of work, and I'm ready for a relaxing night alone. I reach for the light switch, but there's another hand already on it. That's it.
What the?
Wait, what?
So, wait, are you single or is that like
I mean,
it could be like your ex-boyfriend or something like, hey,
that'd be terrifying.
you never responded to my you up text. Okay, let me find another one really quick. A young girl named Lisa often had to spend time alone at home at night. Late, so, you know. They bought her a dog to keep her company and protect her. One night Lisa was awakened by a dripping sound. She got up and went to the kitchen to make sure the tap was off. As she was getting back to the bed, she stuck her hand under her bed and the dog licked it. The dripping sound continued, so she went to the bathroom and made sure the tap was turned off there too. She went back to her bedroom and stuck her hand under her bed, and the dog licked it again. But the dripping sound continued, so she went outside and turned off all the faucets out there. She stuck her hand under it, and the dog licked it again. The dripping continued. Drip, drip, drip. This time she listened and located the source of the dripping. It was coming from her closet. She opened the closet door, and there she found her poor dog hanging upside down with its neck cut. Written on the inside of the closet door was, "Humans can lick too."
That's
Yeah,
how
that's
AIDS
it.
spreads. Get your saliva off of me. Oh, that's gonna be a pain to draw. I'm gonna have to censor that entire drawing. All right,
Okay.
Sophie, you're up next.
Okay. Mommy told me never to go in the basement, but I wanted to see what was making that noise. It kind of sounded like a puppy, and I wanted to see the puppy, so I opened the basement door and tiptoed down a bit. I didn't see a puppy, and then Mommy yanked me out of the basement and yelled at me. Mommy had never yelled at me before, and it made me sad, and I cried. And Mommy told me never to go in the basement again, and she gave me a puppy. That made me feel better, so I didn't ask her why the boy in the basement was making noises like a puppy, or why he had no hands or no feet.
Whoa.
He
Whoa.
has no hands. How will he play Minecraft? Very ugly. I've got my next one up.
Okay.
I told her there was no monster in her closet, as I picked her up and told her she could sleep with us tonight. I figured that was the safest way of getting her out of the house without him realizing I saw him.
Whoa.
That's it.
The demon's like, I see I'm not welcome here.
It's just me in the closet, like, oh, I see. All right, I'll go.
He's like, I see, okay.
The most polite Minnesotan demon you get in your closet. Just, oh, okay, I'm sorry, I'll leave.
Alright.
All right, final round.
All right.
After this, we get to vote on who
Got
had the
one.
scariest story.
One summer day in South, a woman pulled into a gas station. As the attendant pumped gas, the woman told him she was in a hurry to pick up her daughter, who had just finished an art class in. A well-dressed man walked to her. He explained that his rental car had died, and he needed a ride to East Hampton for an appointment. She said that she would be happy to give him a ride. He put his seat and said he was going to quickly visit the men's room. The woman looked over her watch and suddenly panicked. She drove off quickly, having forgotten that the man was coming back to the car for a ride. She thought nothing of him again until she and her daughter pulled into their driveway. The woman saw his briefcase and realized. She opened the briefcase, looking for some form of identification so that he shot his belongings. Inside, she found nothing but a knife and a roll of duct tape. So, don't leave your murder weapons in a stranger's car, I guess. Murder
Oh.
in someone's car.
I guess it's just so cheesy. And why is it always kitchen knives? They're not made for attacking people.
Exactly.
They're made for
Yeah.
food. Like,
I
I
mean,
get that
what if
you
you-
want to be a creepypasta
Wait, Peaches, like,
OC,
what if you're eating
but
people, though?
listen,
So I
there's
guess
better
it counts as
weapons.
food. Like a kitchen knife for food. What if you're eating people? Eh?
Ew.
Ew.
Alrighty.
I feel like people would taste nasty.
Not gonna lie, like really chewy, dry.
All right, Sophie, you're up next.
Alright. A man leaves his house every morning to walk to work and passes a mental hospital surrounded by a wooden fence. Every morning the patients are out in the yard and he can hear them saying in unison, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. One day he gets curious and looks through a hole in the fence. Suddenly, a stick shoots out and pokes him in the eye. Frick, he says to himself. While walking away pissed off, you can hear the patient say, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11.
Poke.
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 They
Poke.
counting like the amount of eyes they've almost gouged out.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, no, maybe like, yeah. Yeah.
Boop.
Yeah.
It's like, guess what, guys? I got the 11th person.
Guess what? Guess who just got
Eyes were the
11? Alright, I've got mine. And then we'll do the voting on who was spookier. Alright. Did you know that apparently the CDC keeps a sample of every disease known to man in an underground vault? Did you know that some of these diseases can only be preserved inside of living human hosts?
Or just
You know, a lot of
keep
people go
people
missing
there.
each year.
All the government conspiracy theorists are gonna be attacking this video.
Oh my god, they're gonna be on top of us. Well, actually, we don't get any
Yeah,
attention, so
my
they're not
God.
gonna be anywhere.
It's like, did you know that the CDC, every single theorist ever? Oh wait.
Alright.
Time for
Who
the
do we
vote.
think was spookier?
I thought about the kid asking for a doorbell on his window, so the person knocking on it didn't have to knock. Was pretty spooky.
You were
Give
pretty
me
good at the
spook.
spookies.
Yes.
Gotta admit.
I think I like. Not gonna lie, whenever
I'm
I'm like,
voting for Doosty.
oh we,
Yeah, same.
oh.
That was the
This
spooky
isn't like
Meister.
Among Us. We're not gonna launch you out of a ship. We're just voting on who we think is spookier.
You're the spookiest person here. Throws me off of it. Off into
Doosty was the
space.
spooky.
Awesome, I'm the spookmeister.
Yeah, Doosty's the spooky boy.
Fun.
I guess
It was
that's all
nice
we
hearing
have
all
for a
spooky.
video. That's
can
all we
count
have
on
for
one
today.
hand
If you're
how it
watching
is.
this, you have better things you could be doing with your life. Go do better things. Goodbye.
So, leave.